Commissioner Gilbert, I'm just going to let you know that we are live at this point. So the members of the public can hear what you're saying. I just want you to know that.
Okay.
Just as long as you know.
Yes, thank you. But they're both doing well under the circumstances.
That's great to hear.
Vaccinated, so that's good.
We were really glad that Jean got vaccinated. I think that really helped her have a very mild case.
Yeah. Will you give her our best regards?
Will do. Thank you very much. Why did we go virtual with this meeting? Just because it's so short an agenda?
No, the city council at a recent meeting, because of the increased Delta variant COVID positives, directed staff to make sure that all of the city meetings for the month of September were virtual. And that includes committee meetings, council meetings, commission meetings,
Gotcha.
all of them. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Just wondering. Thank you.
Okay, my clock says it's 6 o'clock.
Let's rock and roll.
Do we change the slide on the screen or?
There you go.
That works. We will be conducting tonight's meeting in a virtual setting using Zoom. Commissioners and staff are participating from remote locations. Members of the public may view and listen to the meeting live tonight on channel 18 and online through the city's website, as noted on the agenda. Public comments are limited to 3 minutes. If you would like to leave a public comment now, please refer to the agenda for instructions. So welcome to the September 15, 2021 regular meeting of the Planning Commission of the City of Lincoln. I'll call this meeting to order. Secretary, may we have the roll call?
Commissioner Cross. Commissioner Gilbert.
Here.
Commissioner Hutchinson.
Here.
Commissioner Johnson. Commissioner Manning. Commissioner McKinney. And Vice Chair Lyons.
Present. It's time for the Pledge of Allegiance, and I've asked Angela to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance tonight. Commissioners, please turn off your cameras and microphones for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Everyone will please put your hand over your heart and salute the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. That was a first for Angela.
You're welcome.
All right, so item 4 on the agenda is agenda modification. Is there anyone on the commission or staff who wish to modify the agenda? Hearing none, we will go to number 5, residents addressing the commission. This is for items that are not on the agenda. Any item that is on the agenda, we'll be calling for that at the time of that item. Is there anyone who has their hand raised to make a public comment?
I do not have any, Chair.
Thank you very much. We'll then close public comment and move to item 6, disclosure of ex parte communication. I'll just go down the list and it's alphabetical. So we'll start with Commissioner Cross,
None.
Commissioner Gilbert,
None.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
None.
and I have none as well. So it's now item 7, the consent agenda. All matters on the consent agenda are considered routine business and enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a member of the Planning Commission or resident requests a specific item to be removed from the consent agenda for separate action. Any items removed will be considered after the remainder of the consent agenda. Do any of my colleagues wish to remove an item from the consent agenda? Not seeing any. Is there anyone from the public who wishes to remove an item from the consent agenda?
We do not have any.
All right, do I hear a motion for the consent
moved.
agenda?
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Gilbert,
Yes.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Cross,
Yes.
and Vice Chair Lyons.
Yes. All right, so item 8, public hearings. There are none. Item 9, general business. 9A, general plan consistency review related to the vacation of 2 storm drain easements located within the Fullerton Ranch Planned Development Project. We have a presentation from Lindy Childers.
Yes, good evening, Vice Chair and Commissioners. The item before you is to consider a vacation of 2 storm drain easements on the Fullerton Ranch project. The Fullerton Ranch project is an 81 lot subdivision, single family infill development that is located west of Joyner and south of Nicholas Road. Its access is off of Nicholas Road and to the south on an existing subdivision. Through an existing subdivision. The lots are served by interior streets conforming to the city's public right-of-way standards, and the street lighting, sewer, water, storm drain system will all be publicly maintained infrastructure when the project is completed. The developer is Lennar Homes of California, and they are requesting that the city consider the vacation of the following 2 easements located within the boundary of the vesting time of map for Fullerton Ranch. The first easement, I'm going to share my screen so that you can see the location of this map. Nicholas Road is here, and this is the northern portion of the Fullerton Ranch project.
I'm not
And
seeing anything. Is anyone
You're
else?
not seeing anything.
No.
Okay, here we go. Thank you. Now, can you see this map?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank
Okay.
you.
There we
Very
are.
good. Thank you. So this is Nicholas Road, and this is the north portion of the Fullerton Ranch project. So the first drainage easement that's described by document 2002, recorded document 2002, 156874 is this easement. And this easement currently has drainage infrastructure in it. It has a storm drain pipe that is located in it, and it continues on through the subdivision this way. And this storm drain pipe is being relocated through Ranchway and across the public streets. And once it is relocated, this portion of the storm drain easement that accesses through what's proposed as lots 3 and 4 will no longer be needed. The second drainage easement that is existing does not have any infrastructure in it. It's 10 feet wide by 150 feet long, and it is off of Nicholas Road, and it is through lots 4 and 5. So the Lennar Homes is the developer, and they are requesting that Planning Commission consider the vacation of both of those easements. And the vacation of those easements is consistent with, is being handled consistently with the Streets and Highways Code, Section 8313, and Government Code, Section 65402, which requires Planning Commission to review the public property easement vacation and report to City Council as to whether the vacation is consistent with the general plan. The general plan, public facilities element and services element, goal is for the city to ensure provision and sizing of adequate storm drainage facilities to accommodate existing and planned development. So with the relocation of that existing storm drain line, an alternative easement is being provided through the streets, and therefore this goal is accomplished. Subject to Planning Commission's finding of consistency with the general plan, vacation of the following 2 easements, as I previously described, shall be taken to the City Council for approval on the final map for Fullerton Ranch, and if approved, shall be effective from and after the date of recordation of the final map. Therefore, staff is recommending that Planning Commission consider the proposed vacation of those 2 easements, one that was previously recorded in document 2002-015684, and the second easement that was recorded, filed in book 2981 of deeds, page 253 at Placer County Recorder's Office, and take action to find the proposed vacations are exempt from CEQA based on CEQA guidelines section 15061B, subsection B, item 3, and adopt a resolution recommending to City Council a finding of consistency with the general plan related to the proposed vacation of those 2 easements as described. Are there any questions?
Do any of the commissioners have any questions? Commissioner Cross?
Just looking at this, the one storm drain that's already there, that's being replaced. The one won't be put in. So this, all of this area over here between lots 3 and 5 then will drain down to Ranch Way and into the storm drain there?
Correct. They'll be carried along Nicholas Road, and then the storm drain pipe will be relocated into Ranch Way and through the street, reconnecting here.
3 lots then is being redirected.
Yes.
Okay, that's not much at all. That's not much water. I have no problem at all with this. Thank you.
Commissioner Gilbert?
No, I'm fine with what's been proposed.
Commissioner Hutchinson?
I'm fine with what's been proposed.
Vacations always sound good to me, so I think it looks good. I presume, even though this is not a public hearing, we need to see if there are any public comments. Is that true?
No.
Correct.
All
It
right.
is.
So, Secretary, do we have anyone raising their hand to make any comment?
No, we do not.
Okay, so then I will call for a motion. Do I need to read this whole thing, which was exactly what Lindy just read to us, or can I just say resolution 2021-31, a resolution of the Planning Commission recommending to the City Council a finding of general plan consistency related to the vacation of the drainage easements. Is that adequate?
So moved.
Second,
That'll work, Chair.
Sounds
Chair
good.
Lane.
Thank you. May we have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Gilbert,
Yes.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
yes,
Commissioner Cross.
Didn't hear you.
Did we lose him?
He's there. I saw him move, but I didn't see or didn't hear anything.
he's muted.
He's muted. I guess.
Hold a thumb up if you're in agreement. There we go.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
That'll work.
That'll work. And then Vice Chair Lyons.
Yes.
And just for the record, I will indicate for the minutes that Commissioner Cross raised his thumb in affirmation.
I said yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
There we go. There you go.
Yes, 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 yes.
Reminds me of an old commercial series. Can you hear me now?
We got 3 yeses and a smoke signal.
All right, so that motion carried. So that concludes item 9. So item 10, Commissioner comments. Since we're in a virtual settings, I will run down the list again. Commissioner Cross,
No comments.
Commissioner Gilbert,
No.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
No,
and I have none either. So that brings us to item 11, informational items from staff. Are there any informational items?
Only one, and it was a continuation of a discussion prior to the meeting. As you're aware, we're currently under requirements of holding virtual meetings. Hopefully, we will get an update on that at the next city council meeting. But we will provide as much notice as possible for the October meeting on whether it will be continue to be virtual or a hybrid model.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And we should all make sure we read the notices, because I didn't notice that it wasn't still hybrid until I had asked. And even though Angela had said in her email that it was virtual. So
Sure.
I'm just like others. Mr. Cross.
I did have a comment, if I may.
Sure.
I just wanted to say that at our past meeting, it's happened a couple times, I guess, but at our past meeting, we voted on a couple of items, and we had members of our committee who voted no on the items, and that's fine. That's their privilege to do so. But what I find very unprofessional and very disturbing is the fact that they made no argument whatsoever against the project and then voted no. So I vote yes, they vote no, and I walk away knowing, well, what do they know that I don't know? Should I have voted no? I mean, how do we know it's just difficult for me to work with someone who shares nothing and then vote something down without sharing why, without giving us a reason, without trying to educate us. I just find that less than professional and wanted to make that comment.
Appreciate that comment. I think my comments in the meeting probably concurred. I would also add that that as a public commission, we are required to have findings, just like a jury finds guilty or finds a person not guilty, or a judge finds in favor of the plaintiff. Those findings are legal declarations. And if we were to all vote no, we would have to have a finding of why we voted no in order for that to hold up legally in court. So I'm just supporting what you say, Dan. Agree.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity to express myself.
Mr. Vice Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I'd like to comment on that as well.
I would counsel the commission at this point that we're running a bit afoul of agendized items. So Commissioner Gilbert, if you can keep it brief, but we don't want to be running afoul of the Brown Act.
Sure. Is there a more appropriate time on the agenda when I can share some thought with my fellow commissioners.
The next item on the agenda is adjournment, so it's now or never, but keep it very brief.
It's going to be brief. And that is that my concern's a little bit different than Commissioner Cross, and that is if I disagree with the others, whether I want to vote no or yes, and they want to vote the opposite of it, knowing their reason for their voting, in this case, voting no on a project, could help educate me and might enlighten me to the point of where I might have a different feeling about how I should vote. So let me put that on the record.
Gotcha.
Sounds good. Is there any more comment without violating the Brown Act? All right, that brings us to item 12, adjournment. We are adjourned.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Thank you, staff.
Thank you.